It may not look steep, but in these wet conditions, there is no traction. Welcome to 9 Mile Climb.
Interesting. We did this climb before, but now it's wet. It is incredibly slippery. And the amazing thing is we've got Tim ahead on a trials bike. And there aren't too many guys who dirt ride trials bikes. Tim is one of the exceptions. He's just bought it. And of course there are some advantages. This climb's going to get very wet and technical and slippery, and a trials bike's probably going to be better. But of course there are a lot of drawbacks to them as well. With limited suspension, those tyres when they get chock full of mud mess up. Whoa, she gets slippery. Everyone's doing pretty well actually. Whoop, we got one down. You're okay? It looks like you almost had it. You must have just slipped on the last bit.
Just gotta remember to turn that key off when you're going to be sitting a while.
Yeah. So we've been talking about when you get stuck in these sections, it's always look ahead. See, like then he could have seen that rock was slippery and prepared for it.
Yeah, we will.
But when you're panicking on a hill so often, you don't look ahead under your rear wheel to see what's happening. Isn't that right, Tim?
Quite correct.
Just say, yes, Barry.
Yes, Barry.
You're awesome, Barry.
Barry, you're the best.
What a fucking coach you are, Barry.
Incredible advice, Barry. The best I've ever heard.
Best dodgy advice in the world, old chap.
Okay.
Lovely indeed. Splendid weather.
If you're a duck.
Yes. Fabulous for a duck. Take it away, Timothy. Look at him go. Splendid. Absolutely splendid. What control. So on climbs like this, yeah, the problem is people panic and just start wheel spinning. Always check to see if something's going to stuff you up traction-wise, and also see if you can get a run up. I can just go back a little bit. I've got some nice loamy soil and little seat bounds to get going. Up on the pegs as soon as possible. Wake the rear wheel so she'll grip, and surprising how slippery rocks often aren't that bad. And the guys were saying at the start of this ride, you can choose either technique or grit. I say, old chap, off you go. Splendid. And that's the thing, you can either try and do it right, or get ready to use an awful lot of energy, because you can still get through just using all your strength up. But fuck man, I'd rather opt for the easy way. It's all about technique, baby! Yeah! Oh, I say, it's Timothy yet again. Oh, what a start! What a start! Exceptional show. Yeah, so what else, guys? This is very slippery. Whoa! So we're waiting the rear. I always opt for low revs. You can hear I'm lugging this in third now, and you just get better traction. If your bike's got enough guts to do it. Fourth gear, down to third. The other option is slipping the clutch and having higher revs, but this is a 250. Over the rocks. If this is a 250, I'd probably go higher revs and slip the clutch a bit. But it's all about throttle control. And using the clutch as an extension of the throttle. Should have a fairly hard technical section coming up soon. Oh, look at him go. Whoop! Fuck. When you follow too closely, you can't see what's coming. Okay.
We're almost there, and it's all downhill after that.
Indeed, tally-ho!
All right, cheerio.
Sally forth. One of the problems, of course, with a trials bike, very tiny radiators. So an extended climb like this is pretty hard, especially for a trials bike. Intrepid leader for today's ride is, may you introduce yourself?
I'm Meg's brat, and it's really slippery today. Woo!
Megs likes it when there's very little traction.
I like how you changed it.
I suddenly thought I'm going to sound really fucking inappropriate. I didn't mean to. Anyway, I'm cutting.
The story sounded inappropriate enough.
I'm cutting the footage.
It's really hard, and it's so wet and slippery.
What? Right, go home. Eric, we've talked about inappropriate language. Hard, wet and slippery is not on. I'm sorry, Megs. I apologise on Eric's behalf.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Look
Sorry,
at shame.
Meg. Sorry. Sorry, Meg.
You're going for a bit of tree climbing there.
I must put a little coolant in, of course, to get the filler neck level. You see?
Yeah.
Yes.
Splendid idea.
Yes.
You're not just a pretty face, are you?
Oh, more than just a pretty face.
Cool idea. If you really need to, you can always mouth to mouth. Just do water from your hydro pack into the radiator. He's getting some of it in.
It's slippery. Second gear, traction, leaning back. Whoa, she's still spinning a bit. Because aren't used to these climbs. Woohoo! But man, they're putting it all into practice, and it's amazing how fast they're coming along just in one climb. And this is True up ahead, and I cannot believe how well he is riding. I think he started dirt riding 12 or 18 months ago. And wow, you would think he's been riding years longer than that.
It's intermission time, folks.
Touch this. Touch this.
I don't know why I'm doing wheelies. Just for the hell of it. This is a reasonably easy section. We should be coming up to a tough one soon. Woo. Just seat bounce, up on the peg, second gear almost straight away. Woohoo! True Nguyen Allen. Up you go. Yes, like I said, he hasn't been riding long, but True puts it all into action. Every single thing he hears, he goes, well, I'm going to apply that to my riding. Woohoo! Getting slippery. Bounced into the rocks there. Oh, look at him go. Awesome. okay?
Oh, somebody having a bit of trouble? Oh no, he's going again. He's stopped. Yep. And he's off again. Woohoo! You okay? Just go fuel off. Just so we're not dripping a lot of fuel everywhere. Plenty of slippery stuff. Okay, mate. Take a break. Oh. Tremendous fun. That's Julian, one of the locals. These guys have incredibly generously offered to be our guides and sweeps. I don't know if this footage will be much good now, it's constantly raining. I forgot to turn his fuel on. Turn your fuel on! The gear! Yeah, whoa! It is easy to lose your momentum, just fighting to get it back. Yeah, when the camera lens gets wet, you can use your glove like a squeegee for a while, but once the gloves get too wet, that's it. Where's Timothy? There he is.
I didn't turn it off!
We're really keeping an eye on each other because here in northern BC, if somebody got hurt and went spearing off the track, if it took a few hours to find them and a blizzard comes in, you just never know. I mean, you could actually freeze up to death here in not a lot of time. So we're being really careful with corner marking, making sure no one's left behind. Woo! Head counts, and generally stuff like that. Speaking of head counts, we just stopped and did one. We still have everyone, surprisingly. By this time last week, I think we'd lost about 50% of the people dead or at least missing. It's pretty standard with traction E-Rag. There's a very high attrition rate, and after that many deaths, we figured we probably should just start doing head counts, just in case we get into trouble with the insurance company. Woohoo! A slightly steep bit. But not tricky. It's not very rocky here. When this was dry, I was deliberately hitting all the rocks and ruts and trying to make a bit of challenge. But with it wet like this, I'm not looking for too much challenge. Okay, 2 ways to go. I don't know which is the hard way. Oh, bugger it. Over the rocks. Woohoo! I'm just wading and de-wading over the rocks in case they get too slippery. I better stop. I'm the sweep rider, so I'm meant to be looking after people. That was a bit dumb coming ahead, but Tim's back there helping. I love this alpine vegetation. They look like big trees, but they're all tiny. These are these stupendous views. Off he goes. He's got it. Good on him. Come on, Tim. That's the spirit. No dilly-dallying. Stay on the track. Indeed. I say, stay with the group, old chap.
Okay.
There's a good chap. Love this scenery. Damn. And this is William, one of those damned Australians who give us so much grief on these trips. Very uncultured. Things go missing all the time. They're descendants of convicts, you know. Woo! Is it? We've made it once again. I seriously didn't think we would get up this time, so congratulations everyone. Splendid show, Meg's brat. She's a wee lass, but an excellent rider. Cheerio. And believe it or not, they've organised a fire for us. Can I see your war face? Woo-hoo! You made it! War faces! War face! Hurrah! Yeah!